It's pulled up. It just came up. Timing screen up here. I'm good to go. You know that you connected into... Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to night number 4 of the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. We are live at the RaceOnTexas.com Facebook page, bringing you night number 4, the 305's. Big setup, of course, in the 305 Sprint Cars this evening. We are at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, one of my personal favorite tracks in the iRacing game and off software here. 4/10 of a mile oval, a little bit different size, kind of a, I would call this one probably the most symmetrical of the dirt tracks, the dirt ovals that we will see here. And we have got the fixed setup 305's making laps around the racetrack right now. Quick car so far in pre-race practice is the 52 of Mr. James Edens, a 14.685. The quick time around the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway right now. The last 2 weeks of 305 sprint car racing have been dominated by Cole Newhoffen, picking up the last 2 wins in a row. Looking to make it a hat trick triple, 3 in a row here this weekend at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Once again, RaceOnTexas.com bringing you the live action, the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. And we are streaming live through the RaceOnTexas.com Facebook page. If you're watching live with us, let us know on the Facebook page, and we'll give you a shout out over the air. Once again, night number 4 of the 305's here with the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. These tracks are randomly selected, and that process taking place just a few minutes ago at the Team VLR Facebook page. Once again, Race on Texas partnering up with Team VLR to bring you some awesome sprint car racing action on Sunday nights. Last Thursday, we had our first Midnight Madness event with the UMP Modifieds at Lanier National Speedway. You can check out that action at the RaceOnTexas.com YouTube channel. Those videos, actually all of the videos from the Sunday Night Sprint Car Series and the Midnight Madness Series are going to be posted immediately following the event. They are up on our YouTube channel. Please go subscribe to that channel. Click the bell icon. That way you get new notifications when new videos go up. And once again, you can, of course, watch live with us right now through our Facebook page, the RaceOnTexas.com Facebook page. Once again, fixed setup 305's here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Still James Edens atop the standings right now in pre-race practice, a 14.685. He is 4 thousandths of a second ahead of the guy that's been hot the last 2 weeks in 305 sprint car racing with RaceOnTexas.com and Team VLR, and that's the 8 machine of Cole Newhoffen. Newhoffen right now a 14.689, the quick time for the 8 car. Newhoffen second in the standings right now. Adam Elby had a good run 2 weeks ago at Knoxville in the 305's. Adam Elby right now third quick, a 14.699. 14 thousandths of a second separate the top 3 cars in pre-race qualifying. Howard Weaver fourth quick right now, a 14.704. And Timothy Smith in the 00 machine rounding out the top 5 in pre-race practice with a 14.712. So the format here, if you're new to the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series, the format for the 305 is a little bit different. We have a 30-minute open practice pre-race session, and then we will qualify each of these cars 2 laps apiece. The top 20, I do believe, nope, sorry, the top 16 tonight. I'm looking at the format right in front of me, my mistake. The top 16 from qualifying will go directly to the feature. The rest of the cars will run a 12-lap LCQ, if you will, last chance qualifier, and then we will start 20 cars in tonight's main event. It will be a 30-lap race. 30-lap race this evening for the 305's here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looks like we're going to move on from practice here in a little bit, folks. We're going to try to let this track wear in a little bit. Of course, you can see the groove already starting to shape up over in turns 3 and 4. There's a pretty distinct low line and a nice line right up around the wall. Oh, and Smith going around there in the 00 machine. No change right now at this point in the top 5 in pre-race practice. It's still Edens on top, Newhoffen in second, Elby is third, Weaver in fourth, and Timothy Smith rounds out the top 5. The Prodigy, Alex Bergeron in the 12th machine right now, sitting in the 6th position, 14.722. He is tied dead even with the 70 car of Chris Brenner, also a 14.722. Dylan Hauser, 8th quick in practice right now, a 14.723. And then 9th is Randall Carter in the 37, a 14.735. And Cole Cabre rounding out the top 10 in the 9 car, a 14.745. The top 10 separated by 0.06 of a second in pre-race practice. Once again, folks, here in a few moments, I do believe we're going to be moving on to the next session, and that'll be single car qualifying. They'll each get 2 laps. Each of the drivers will get 2 chances to make their best lap around the 0.4 of a mile oval here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And then we'll take the top 16 from single car qualifying and put them directly into tonight's main event. Once again, these cars a fixed setup event, so more or less everybody running the same equipment here in the winged 305 sprint cars. Like I said, the last 2 weeks of racing have gone to Cole Newhoffen in the number 8 machine. Newhoffen has picked up the win the last 2 weeks here in the 305 division. And we're a real quick pre-race interview here. Cole Newhoffen, this is Nick Robbins in the press box. You got a copy, brother?
Yep.
Cole, 2 weeks in a row so far in 305 racing. Well, the 2 out of the last 3, I guess I should say, have gone to you, brother. What's it take to stay on top in this class? I know these are a lot different driving style than the 360s we'll see later on. What's it going to take to make it 3 in a row here tonight?
Just be super smooth, qualify within the top 6, and hopefully get a good redraw and just be as smooth as you can during the race to get that extra speed.
Do you really think it's a 30-lap feature? You think missing the invert really gonna harm your chances of making it towards the top?
It might, but if I find a different line or something, I might be able to make my way around them. But you just never know.
Well, Colt, like I said, the last 2 out of 3 have been yours, man. Good luck tonight and going for 3 in a row. We hope to see you later on back in the press box in victory lane.
Okay, thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cole Newhoffen, out of pre-race practice, getting ready to go qualifying here. Been your winner the last 2 weeks in 305 competition here with the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. And we have moved on into single car qualifying here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. In fact, Cole Newhoffen on the track right now in the number 8 machine. The Burberry Designs backed number 8 car. Newhoffen looking to complete his first time lap this time around. It will be the quickest lap, a 14.917. Quick time right now for Newhoffen in the 8 car. Last lap for Cole Newhoffen. A little bit slower, a 15.003. Nonetheless, that lap still stands right now, a 14.917, still the best qualifying time right now. And looks like 14 out of our top 16. Actually, no, there are 16 cars timed in right now. The 16th quick qualifier right now, Britton Roxbury, a 15.637. And as some more times start to come through here, it's still Newhoff atop the standings. James Edens in second. Chris Brenner is third. Stephen Calavoda in the fourth spot. Adam Elby right now rounding out the top five. Elby with a 14.992, so 76 thousandths of a second between the top five cars right now. Or about 800ths, if you will. More cars still on the track. Getting some qualifying in here. Looks like we have 22 drivers signed in for competition this evening. And we'll see what the invert is going to be here in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. There will be an invert at the top of this feature. Once again, Cole Newhoff, your quick qualifier so far. Howard Weaver cracking the top five there with a 14.991. It looks like all 22 cars have signed in here this evening. Six cars going to be the invert, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hearing from Race Control. That means Cole Newhoff going to be starting on the outside of the third row. So the field, 16 of them have been set for the 30-lap main event here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll give you that rundown right now. Cole Newhoff, quick qualifier, the 14.917 second time. James Edens, second quick, a 14.919, 2 thousandths of a second out of the top spot. Chris Brenner, third quick with a 14.960. Stephen Calavoda, fourth quick, a 14.971. Howard Weaver rounding out the top five with a 14.991. Adam Elby, sixth quick, a 14.992. Alex Bergeron, seventh quick, a 15.001. Cole Cabre, eighth quick there, a 15.010. Chris Martin, ninth quick in qualifying, a 15.013. Randall Carter rounding out the top 10 with a 15.021. So those are your top 10. We are going to go on to our last chance qualifier. 6 cars going to be on the racetrack, folks. 4 of them going to continue into the feature this evening. Once again, folks, the Team VLR teaming up with RaceOnTexas.com. RaceOnTexas.com, the broadcast partner of the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. Week number 4 of our Sunday night Sprint Car Racing Series. First race of the evening, the 305 fixed setup main event coming to you from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Once again, folks, a top 6 invert on tonight's feature race. You can actually, if you're interested in racing with this group, folks, you can sign up for the series through the Team VLR website. You can also grab some information at the Team VLR Facebook page. It'll probably be the easiest place to locate the information but I think the actual registering is done through the Team VLR website. I'll have that information for you between the races as best I can, and put that actually up in the chat on the Facebook stream here probably after this race. If we have a few minutes, I'll get that information looked up for you. I'm not sure if you have to be a member of the league or if you can just sign up for this series. So like I said, I will find that out. Meanwhile, the pace truck has left the speedway. For the LCQ, Brandon Steele and Bryce Stone make up row number 1. Ryan Martin and David Heilman, row 2. And Kevin Fry and Rusty Kruger, row number 3. We are going 12 laps. The top 4 are going to go on to the main event this evening, and we are green off of 4. Brandon Steele leads the field down into turn number 1, up off at turn number 2. He's going to have that top spot. Look at Stone underneath. Oh, and Bryce Stone going to lose the handle on the 5 car going into turn number 3. Steele is still your leader. Second spot belongs to Ryan Martin in the 024. Third spot, David Heilman in the 83. And Bryce Stone right now rounding out top 4 transfers in the 5 car. Kevin Fry, 1 spot out, actually has slipped back to 6th position. So Fry to the back of the field. 2 laps in the books. That was a good challenge there from Ryan Martin to the inside of Brandon Steele. 3 laps complete. We go back into turn number 1. Ooh, we're 3 wide through the first set of corners. Brandon Steele hanging on to that top position, 102 miles an hour, coming into turn number 3. A good look to the inside on the bottom. The bottom of the racetrack starting to slick up a little bit there. Martin backing the car in just a little bit too much. You can see there in the middle, he hits that slick stuff again. The car does not want to stay glued to the tires at the bottom of the track. We come back into turn number 3. We're going to be 5 laps down, this time by the stripe. 5 down to right here, 7 to go. Oh, third place car. That is Ryan Martin getting into the wall. Actually, it was David Heilman there, smacking the front stretch retaining wall. Top 4 transfers still are Brandon Steele, Ryan Martin in second spot now as we cross the stripe, halfway home, 6 down, 6 to go. Bryce Stone has gotten up to that third spot. Heilman right there in that bubble spot, number 4. Off at turn number 4 once again, 7 laps complete, 5 laps to go. Through turns 1 and 2. Brandon Steele, been your leader from the drop of the green flag down to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Lines up the racetrack a little bit. He's coming under fire now from Ryan Martin. Martin right on the tail tank of the 24 machine as we come into turn number 1. The 24, the 024. Duking it out down the back stretch into turn 3. A slide job from Martin. Martin going to go to the top spot off of turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 9. 9 laps down, 3 laps to go, and it's Brandon Steele now playing catch-up as Martin going to lay the keys on the front desk and check out, I do believe. Already about a 4-car length advantage coming off of turn number 4. 10 laps in the books and 2 to go. A 0.41 second advantage at the stripe that time for Ryan Martin. RaceOnTexas.com logo on top of the top wing there on the 024 machine. The Team VLR backed 024. Martin going to lead lap number 11. 11 complete and 1 to go. White flag in the air as we come off of turn number 2. David Heilman in the 4th and final transfer spot. Bryce Stone in 3rd. Brandon Steele 2nd, but your leader off of turn number 4 going to pick up the win. It's Ryan Martin. Oh, we had a looper right there at the end, but I do believe the top 4 is still going to be, Ryan Martin with the win. Brandon Steele in 2nd. Bryce Stone and David Heilman, your 4 transfers into the 30-lap main event this evening here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. All right, folks, we're going to have a little pre-race practice session here for the 20-car field. The 305 sprint cars here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Once again, night number 4, the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. So I'm seeing here in the chat on the stream, ladies and gentlemen, some folks asking questions about signing up for the league. You can join Team VLR, the iRacing League, the same way you would any other iRacing league. Actually, you go to the league pages, look up, I believe it's Victory Lane Racing, excuse me, and request to join the league there. And then you should be eligible for any and all of Team VLR's series. I think there is an entry into this series, and like I said, after this race is over, I'll have that information for you when we get ready for the 360 show. I do know that this 8-race series pays $200 to the winner of the point standings at the end of 8 weeks. That is for both the 305 and 360 series. $200 to the winner of the point standings. It is going to be a 30-lap feature this evening, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to bring our 1-minute warm-up session to an end. We are going to move right along into the 30-lap feature race here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Once again, folks, a 6-car invert here for the 305 feature this evening. So your quick qualifier, Cole Newhoffen, going to start the feature outside of row number 3. All right, folks, so we should be shuffling our top 3 rows here for the lineup at the 30-lap main event here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Adam Elby, after qualifying 6, going to get the pole position from the invert. He'll be on the inside of row number 1 in the 74 machine. He'll be alongside the SMS sponsored number 07, the Team VLR backed car, driven by Mr. Howard Weaver. Inside of row number 2, the Beer Hill Gang, sponsoring the 23 machine of Stephen Calavota. He'll be alongside the 70, the WickedCushions.com sponsored number 70 machine of Chris Brenner. Row 3 on the inside, the 52 is James Edens, and the Sim Speed Shop sponsored number 8 on the outside. Your feature winner 2 weeks in a row, it's Cole Newhoffen in the 8 car. The green flag is out. We are underway, and Adam Elby gets a great jump off the inside of row number 1, leads the field into the first set of corners. Howard Weaver in second spot. And Weaver immediately to the bottom of turns 3 and 4. It is not going to be enough. Elby going to lead lap number 1. Weaver in second position. Third spot, that time by the stripe, was the 70 car of Chris Brenner. Already one more lap down, 2 laps in the books, and 28 to go. It's still Elby out front by 0.256 seconds over Howard Weaver in the 07 machine. Chris Brenner got his hands full right now with James Edens. Here comes Weaver to the inside of Elby. They're side by side down the front stretch, and Howard Weaver going to take over the lead into turn number 1. The 07 machine solidly into that front spot now as we come through turns 3 and 4. Elby not going down without a fight, doggedly sticking to the outside of this racetrack. 4 laps complete. Howard Weaver, your leader, by 0.08 of a second at the stripe. Weaver out front, Elby in second. Howard Weaver still your leader. 5 laps now complete. 25 to go. Weaver out front. Elby in second spot. Some good racing there in the rest of the top 5. Oh, your 2 leaders get together. Little bump and grind going on there out front. I don't see much wrong with that. We come into turn number 3 once again. Actually off a turn. Yeah, now we're into turn number 3. Excuse me. The SMS-sponsored 07 machine of Howard Weaver still out front. Most of the cars running right through the middle of the racetrack. Elby still there in the second position. Yellow flag on the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. Caution coming out on lap number 7. Not sure who the caution was for. We'll get the replay pulled up here in just a second. Top 5 as they sit right now on the racetrack. Howard Weaver is the leader. Adam Elby up to in second spot, excuse me. James Edens has worked his way up to 3rd. Randall Carter in 4th. Alex Bergeron rounds out the top 5, and Chris Brenner in 6th. Chris Martin is 7th. Cole Newhoffen, your winner for 2 weeks in a row, sitting in 8th. A long way to go as we're approaching 10 laps complete. Sorry, 7 laps complete. The Newhoffen got a way to go to get towards the front. Stephen Calavoda in 9th, and Timothy Smith rounds out the top 10. Justin Thomas, Cole Cabray, Britton Roxbury, Ryan Martin, David Heilman, Davey Nall, Eric Hugh, Brian Stone, Brandon Steele, and Dylan Hauser round out the field. Still following the iRacing.com pace truck. Should be getting ready to go green here in just a moment. And looks like we are back on the throttle, ladies and gentlemen. We are back underway with 7 laps complete, 23 laps to go. Thank you so much once again for tuning in tonight, number 4 of the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. Some good racing there in the middle of the pack. Looks like towards about 7th, 8th, and 9th. Stephen Calavoda on the bottom of the racetrack losing a spot there to the 22 of Justin Thomas. Oh, Thomas going to get together with the 413 of Chris Martin. Martin going to lose several spots. We got one in the wall through turn number 3. That's going to give us another yellow. Looks like Cole Newhoffen. Oh, tough break. Bad luck strikes for the 8 machine. Newhoffen, your winner 2 weeks in a row in the RaceOnTexas.com 305 Sprint Car Series. At the back of the pack now. Tough break for the 8 car. Newhoffen going towards the back of the pack. Looks like Cole going to bring it into pit road here, try to get a quick fix on the 8 machine. Sim Speed Shop, number 8 machine, the Burberry Designs backed entry. Back out on the raceway. Looks like the iRacing.com pace truck should be leaving the racetrack here in just a moment. 9 laps complete, ladies and gentlemen. 21 to go. The pace truck pulls in. Howard Weaver gonna light him up this time off at turn number 4. James Edens working his way up to 2nd spot. A good run for the 52 machine. We are back underway off of 4. 9 down, 21 to go. Weaver right up on the cushion around the outside of Charlotte Motor Speedway, the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Down the back chute, this time into turn number 3. Weaver working right through the middle there. James Edens right on the tail tank of the 07 machine. Edens now to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Trying to slide right through that slick stuff there. A good run off of turn 2, though. Edens to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. He's going to put a slide job on Howard Weaver. We're going to cross him up. Here comes Weaver right back underneath him to hang on to the lead. Good run there from James Edens into turn number 3. Wasn't quite enough to hold the spot down the straightaway. I tell you what, the struggle with these 305 cars, ladies and gentlemen, they are very much still a momentum kind of race car. And Edens really killing some speed with that slide jump through turns 3 and 4. Weaver able to cross him right back up. Here comes Edens on the bottom now. Not quite a slide job. That's just a heck of a run off the first set of corners. Edens much better, much more control that time through 3 and 4, and James Edens is now your race leader. Here comes Howard Weaver on the bottom of the racetrack through 1 and 2. A good run there for Weaver. It's not going to be enough. Edens maintains the top spot down the backstretch into turn number 3. Weaver now with a wild kamikaze slide job through 3 and 4. Edens going to cross him right back up and hang on to that top spot. 14 laps complete, 16 laps to go. We'll be halfway home this time by the stripe, folks. James Edens still out in front. A good run for the 52 machine. We are on board now with Howard Weaver in second spot off of turn number 2. We follow James Edens into the second set of corners, literally on the tail tank off of turn number 4 down the front stretch into 1. A wild, bumpy ride right up alongside the wall. Howard Weaver tries to put a slide job on Edens. Look at the Iceman. Ice in his veins around the outside of the racetrack. Edens never lifting out of the throttle, hangs onto that top spot, keeps the lead. 17 laps complete, 13 to go. We swap lines now going into turn number 1. Edens working the bottom side, slides up the racetrack. That might have been a mistake. Howard Weaver with a good run down the back chute into turn number 3. Not gonna be enough. Edens still your leader with 18 down and 12 to go. Now it looks like both racers to the bottom of the racetrack. Adam Elby with the best seat in the house watching this show take place. Weaver all over the tail tank of the 52 machines. We come back into turn number 1. They're wheel to wheel through the first set of corners. The Race for Christ sponsored number 52 machine. Off of turn number 4 once again, right around the wall, bouncing all over the place. As it's bumpy right there at the flag stand. A little bit more bumps down here on the backstretch. It is rough and tumble out there tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Yellow coming back out onto the racetrack. This time it looks like it's Dylan Hauser in the 4 car. Hauser going around in turn number 2. That's going to give us a caution here with 20 laps complete and 10 laps to go. A good run there for James Edens. Now we go back to the replay here, ladies and gentlemen. Cole Newhoffen trying to get around Dylan Hauser there. A little bit of contact. Hauser on the brakes. Oh! Newhoffen had the car barely cleared. It looked like Hauser had to dab the brakes just a little bit there. You see it on the instant replay. I want to thank Scott with Race on Texas for manning the cameras tonight and making everything run nice and smooth behind the scenes. I'm just the guy that gets to sit here and talk about it. Once again, my name's Nick Robbins, Scott Bargloff running the cameras for us this evening. We're the crew from RaceOnTexas.com, and we are happy and honored, if you will, to bring you this Team VLR sprint car racing here. Once again, the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series, week number 4 here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Right now, the man of the evening, Mr. James Edens. 20 laps complete, 10 laps to go here for the 52 machine. And it looks like the iRacing.com pace truck has left the speedway, so Eden's going to stab the throttle this time off of turn number 4. We are back in the gas and back into turn number 1. 20 laps down and 10 to go. Here comes Weaver on the bottom already. Had a look to the inside of James Edens there for the top spot. Wasn't quite enough. Eden's going to hang on to it. We are 21 down and 9 to go this time by. Back into turn number 1. Another look to the inside of James Edens from Howard Weaver. Oh, we got another car around on the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like Justin Thomas in the 22 car. Thomas had been running in the 7th position. Looks like we're going to stay green. Unfortunately, Justin going to lose several spots. We've had a pass for the lead. Howard Weaver gets back around Edens. Here comes Edens through turns 3 and 4. Weaver going to cross him up one more time. Howard Weaver to the top spot. 23 down and 7 to go. James Edens now once again trying to run down the 07 machine of Howard Weaver. Those two have led every lap of this race so far. The hashtag Weaver Nation 07 machine out in front. James Eden's trying to run him down. 5 laps to go this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Eden's going to have to make them perfect in order to run down Weaver. A 0.2 of a second advantage that time by at the stripe. That is an eternity in these cars. Looks like Alex Bergeron's worked his way up to third. Going to get around Edens for that second spot. James Edens going to slip off the podium. Alex Bergeron out of Canada. A good run here. Was a winner on week 1 in the 360 series at Limaland Motorsports Park. 27 laps down, 3 laps to go. Alex Bergeron has to close a half-second gap between he and Weaver. Howard Weaver got to run his own race. Probably knows that Bergeron is back there. 28 down and 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Back into turn number 1. Weaver working the low to middle side of the racetrack, and Bergeron right up around the outside wall. 29 down, 1 to go here in the 305 series. Howard Weaver out in front. Alex Bergeron in second. Adam Elby, pretty much where he's been all race there in the 3rd spot. He's going to get passed by Randall Carter. Bergeron with one look to the inside. It's not going to be enough. 30 up and 30 down. Howard Weaver going to grab the win here in week number 4 of the RaceOnTexas.com Sprint Car Series. Alex Bergeron in second. Randall Carter, last lap pass for third. Adam Elby and Chris Brenner going to round out the top 5. We're going to grab Howard Weaver here in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Pull him down here into the press box. Get a real quick word with him. We'll talk to him later then. Not seeing Howard here in the TeamSpeak channel. There he is. There he is. Howard Weaver, it's Nick in the press box. You got a copy, brother?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, heck of a run, dude. Congrats. That was a good race.
Yeah, it was. It was like the first one I feel like I finished this season, so in the sprint cars, so it was cool to win. I was kind of surprised to be that fast.
I know you're not much of a sprint car guy. How's that feel to be on top of this thing? You and James, really, for the majority of that race, y'all had a great run going. I noticed you were setting him up real nice there in turns 3 and 4. He'd come in, kind of slide you. The car would lose a lot of momentum, and you'd just be right there to capitalize on the mistake and get right back by him.
Yeah, he got by me, and then right before he passed me, I kind of thought I found a little bit of something, but I didn't hit it that particular lap, and he passed me. And then as soon as he got past me, though, I started hitting that line that I thought I had found, and all of a sudden I just caught back up to him, and I felt like I was faster. It seemed like he was drifting up too high, and then the last restart there, I just was able to work back past him. But yeah, I feel like I haven't won anything in a year anyway in any car, so it's weird to win in a sprint car that I don't ever even race. So yeah, we had a good race though. It was fun, and I know James is really good in these, so it was going to be tough to get back by him, especially after he took the lead. But so I was kind of surprised, but I'm happy to get a win finally.
Absolutely, man. It was a great show getting here, just getting to sit here and watch that thing. Watch the two of you up front was excellent racing. Good run to James as well. But Howard, once again, congrats, brother. Who you want to thank on the race car?
I don't think I have any sponsors on sprints that I can think of. So I'll thank you guys and Race on Texas. Like you guys have been huge, helping out VLR and helping it grow. And yeah, Team Friday, Tennessee Punch Punch, Team VLR. Let's see, James for racing me clean, and LB, he was up there too a bit. And yeah, say hi to my dad. He's probably watching. And yeah, I finally finished on 4 wheels, so that was a good start.
Well, Howard, once again, brother, congratulations. We going to see you here in a minute in 360s?
Probably not. I should just end it on a high note.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with that. Just ending things on a good note. I completely understand. But once again, Howard, congratulations, man. Good run tonight.
Yep, I appreciate it, and thank you guys.
There you have it, folks. Mr. Howard Weaver picking up the win here this evening.